you have to realize there's bohemians in all different eras.
Shapes, colors.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the one, I guess, Jillian's was inspired from the 30s, and the Edwardian and Renaissance was the inspiration for Susan's. And it really went well. I mean, everything, it all came together. There were moments we weren't sure it would, you know, but which is always the exciting part of fashion, the exciting part of bringing all these different professionals together, and like in 3 hours it happens.
Right.
You know, it's amazing.
Right.
But when you work with great people, that's what happens.
Well, yeah, it's always interesting because once again, you really have to have a great team that comes together and works as a team. Not only am I satisfying my creative visions and need, but I'm also balancing and satisfying the designer's vision and need. Because if they don't come together, then it doesn't really work. Stylistically, I thought it was interesting, Philip, because we had two totally different collections. We had two totally different types of hair look when it was all said and done. I mean, we couldn't have been more diametrically opposed.
Yeah, great. Two different attitudes, everything.
You know, it was like, I couldn't get Jillian's hair big enough and extreme enough for her. And Susan, on the other hand, was totally organic and trying to get that organic look, but yet have a style to organic.
Yes, it's very challenging, by the way.
Which is also very challenging to make a hair care product that's organic, that works. This is a whole nother avenue, and what's interesting for our design team from across the country was getting to experience that, because typically as design team groups we get to do the hair show aspect, but to actually do runway work and actually be designers from all across the country that came together under both the P2 label and representing the Philip Pelusi professional division, but then also representing the Tela division and doing the organics. And I think that was what was particularly nice and why we chose to do two shows and why we chose to do two shows in this space.
You're right, you know, and the product mesh was perfect. The P2 line for Jillian's, the styles that we were trying to create required a certain type of product, a certain kind of texture, and we were able to achieve that. And then with the organic line, you know, using the Tela Beauty Organics, you know, we were able to achieve that get the, you know, the texture and the fabric of hair, and you know, right where we wanted it.
Right. Well, and once again, Philip, I think it was interesting too when you think about the cross-reference here, because Jillian's line's much more of a consumer show, but yet we use the professional division to produce the consumer show, because the professional division is really through the professional to the consumer, where the organic line is more available at high-end retail.
Yeah, like Barney's.
And we did a couture show for Susan on the couture side and the organic side. So it's really kind of an interesting flip-flop, so to speak.
And her fabrics were organic too, so it was a perfect match.
A total match, exactly, exactly. Well, and once again, explaining the P2 line, is you do have this hybrid of bringing together pharmaceutical grade chemistry with organics.
It's a perfect hybrid. Right?
Exactly.
I felt that this is exactly what we're looking for and what we need, and it worked very well. We're really happy to be here.
I kind of felt this perfect vibe of a very intimate space that would be a really great setting to house the type of designs that I create. It's very much gallery-like. It's very personal. It's just a gorgeous space with high ceilings, great lighting. And you know, also I think it's very important when Lua and I are working with people, the type of people that we're working with, it really makes a big difference when you feel like the people, like Philip and Jeffrey, they're very sophisticated, they're very genuine, exactly. And I think that really set a really, really good atmosphere for Lua and I to really want to pursue this and take it further. And I loved it so much that I even think maybe I would want to do my spring line, my spring collection here as well, because it really is just so lovely, and it's a place that I think people feel comfortable and happy.